video. We're gonna do another Irving Shanna video.
Oh, okay. So this game is between Savili Tartakover, who was a famous player, and Robert Frentz, who I don't know who that is. The game was played in Paris in 1933, and the theme of this game is Rook in the center. So white is going to get a huge attack because black leaves his king in the center, and white points all of his pieces at the center and tears up black's king.
Can I
So.
please? Okay. Let me do it. Alright, 1c4. I don't know why he everybody plays this. It's like more common than this or this or this. Like it's like way more common.
So e4 and d4 are most common, especially in your games. You're going to see e4 the most by a lot, but you will start seeing c4 sometimes. This opening has a name. Do you know its name? The name of this opening?
English.
Yeah, it's called the English. And it's not so bad. Well, first of all, c4 often transposes into d4, right? Like after d4, d5, c4. Well, c4, like if they play this, or back into d4 openings.
Yeah.
So there's lots of ways they can transpose into d4 openings. After knight f6, they can transpose back into d4.
In the end game.
Lots of different ways. Or they might not transpose into d4 lines at all. c4, the idea is that we're controlling the center with a pawn. Kind of like the Sicilian, right?
Okay, alright, now.
But we're not committing our other pawns
Can I
yet,
do it?
so it's very flexible.
Can I do it? Okay, thank you. Alright. Knight f6, I'm not saying this is a bad move. I mean, it is developing a piece.
Yeah. This is the move that I play against
the
English.
Yeah.
It's a real move.
Okay, knight c3 is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, e6. E6. Once you move the d pawn, it does block your bishop, but it opens this bishop. Like, this bishop is opened, but this bishop is, like, not opened at all.
Yep, that's very true. And e6 is getting ready to hit the center. The bishop on c8, it might be blocked for a little while, although it's not end of the world.
Yeah, you could probably fianchetto, maybe.
Yeah, that would be one thing to do about it.
e4, yeah. e4 is a good move in the center.
Yeah.
Okay, he plays d5. Yes, this bishop can only go one square, but he will fianchetto. This also opens this bishop, like, a lot of squares. Okay, wait. Okay, I think he has a specific?
Specific?
I forgot how to say it. Okay. Wait, why can't you do this?
The difference is that here, so part of the reason that white plays c4, part of the strategy, is that he wants to, he wants to keep his center pawns and trade off black center pawns. So the c pawn is a non-center pawn. It's less valuable than black's d pawn, which is a center pawn. So we want to trade non-center pawn for center pawn. Now, white has 2 pawns in the center.
Okay.
Black has 1.
Yeah, e5. A trade would actually be bad here.
Bad for who?
I think it's bad for white.
It is bad for white, but can you explain why?
It's getting doubled piece. It's getting doubled pawns.
Well, your pawn gets traded off. That's not exactly the problem.
And it's going like farther away from the center.
Well, wait. Let's look at the pawns that remain at the end. So he's going to take that pawn. So you're not going to have doubled pawns. But at the end, there's a word for this kind of pawn. Do you know what it is?
Isolated?
Yeah, this is an isolated pawn. Isolated pawns are weak. So this pawn would be a bit weak. Also, black's queen would be in the center, and his 2 bishops would be ready to go.
Okay.
So black would be better here if he traded everything.
Right,
e5 is a much better move.
Okay.
Keep our pawns in the center.
Alright, d4, put another pawn in the center?
No, click back into the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. e5 is okay. guess what? I actually see this in a lot of my chess.com games. They play right here. Yeah, and even in some of my tournament games, they play here. But here is bad because it's blocking this bishop.
Well, it's actually losing a pawn. Can you figure out why queen e7 loses a pawn? White can now win a pawn.
No, there's no way. How do we make this work? How do we make...
It doesn't work. It just
How do
hangs
we
knight.
make knight takes d5 work?
You can't. But you can have the idea of taking on d5. But first you have to chase away this knight.
Okay. I see what you mean.
And also not hang your e-pawn with check.
Okay. Alright. This?
Exactly.
Okay.
So you break the pin, right?
Queen e2, let's say he goes like what? Let's say he goes like a random move here. Wait a minute. Now both of the bishops are blocked. So knight here was actually like a horrible move, right?
Yeah, and also c7 is hanging.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, that is.
Yeah, so this wins a pawn because if knight takes c5.
Alright.
Oh well, his queen's hanging.
Oh, what happens in the game? Wait,
So okay.
Okay, alright. D4. Pawn takes. Oh, this happens a lot. Take. Wait, what? I never saw C takes D2 in my life. Wait, why do you just do C takes D2?
What do you propose instead?
Oh, this loses.
Yeah, it
this
loses pretty bad.
loses.
Because I make a queen and then take your
okay.
thing at the end.
So, but I always see pawn takes.
Yeah, well here it just loses.
Oh,
conquest.
no, I'm not B3. Wait, what? How is B3 losing? I don't know. I mouse flipped something, but it was losing.
Well, because he can trade on d2 and
Okay.
take your f6
F takes
pawn.
c7, c takes c2, bishop takes... Wait, I feel like I've seen this before. I've seen these notes before.
Alright, so I'm going to keep this moving because we're going to run out of time, so I'm going to get to the important part of the game here.
Okay.
So, white develops his queen. Knight c6, knight f3. Okay, so yeah, here black starts to mess around and neglect castling. So white castles. This is a very strong move because the rook is lined up with black's queen.
Yeah, the queen.
So he takes.
He will
knight
have a
d4.
future. Can't you just win a piece by here?
Your queen's hanging.
What? Oh shoot.
Yeah, so instead, first we say our queen with
wait.
check.
Wait,
Hold on.
No.
We
I
gotta keep moving.
know what it is though. Oh, yeah. I was actually thinking of hair, but hair is also fine. Yes, queen e4 is also.
All right, so queen e7. I'm going to show a couple quick lines that are important. King f8 loses immediately because of bishop b4 check.
Yeah.
Here, and rook g1.
Wait, didn't it? I thought the computer just said you would meet. Maybe it did, or did I read wrong?
It's saying like +10, but there's no immediate mate. But I mean, black is totally dead because we're threatening like rook takes d4 for starters, threatening everything after rook g1. Yeah. So queen e7, but after takes.
Why is our webcam like this?
Like what?
Like it's like kind of like different.
There we go.
Okay.
Fix the microphone. Bishop b4 check is a strong move. We're opening up our rook, and also the bishop is exerting a lot of pressure. King e8. So there are a couple other moves that are possible. King d7. How do you win a piece here? Tell me the move. Just tell me the move.
Bishop c5.
Very good.
Wait, can I show the video something, please?
Check. Hang on, we gotta keep moving.
No, but let me just show the video something very quick.
What do you want to show them?
Very, very quick. Alright, so go back to the pin. You cannot go here because of hair.
Good job. Yes, that's right. Yes, bishop c5 is necessary to stop. That's a very good point.
I mean, hair actually is like slightly winning. It's like slightly winning.
Yeah, but it's like nothing compared to winning a piece.
Yeah, like it's like nothing compared to this. Like, I mean, what do you play? Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
just resign.
All right. So, option number 2 after bishop b4 check
Never, ever resign.
is putting his king on e6, but this time all of white's pieces jump into play.
Jump.
Check.
This isn't in the
So
game.
every
though,
white piece
is
is working. No, this is just explaining
Yeah.
why the other options were not good for black. Yeah, it takes. I don't even know if this is the strongest move, but white is winning a boatload of material because we're going to take this knight as well.
Wait.
And then rook takes d4, and you have 2 bishops for a rook. And 2 bishops are a very strong combination against a rook. So,
I mean,
white is winning.
they always say the bishop pair is like 7, right? Why do they? The bishop pair is 6.
Yeah, they say the bishop pair is basically worth 7 because the bishops work so well together. It's like they're worth more than
What
an
they really
individual bishop plus another individual bishop.
Okay, no, it's like 2 bishops plus a pawn.
All right, king e8. Ready? Check.
Checkmate.
So, why can't he just take this free piece?
There's maiden 2, boy.
What's the maiden 2? Very good.
Mate, I win.
Yeah, so he plays c6 instead, but now our last piece comes into play. So every single white piece is working. So this is a classic example of a king caught in the center.
Oh my gosh.
A terrible.
Wait a minute, the pawn's blocking the bishop on
Terrible
b5.
attack.
So just take away the bishop on b5.
Well, the bishop is still participating.
Okay.
It'll come back into the game soon enough. So knight e6,
Can I do it?
and now
Bishop
bishop c4.
c4.
Okay, so he's threatening to
Take.
take and win a pawn with a continued attack.
Rook d8.
Yeah, so rook d8, because black is getting attacked, he's trying to trade off pieces.
Oh no! This actually. Oh no. Cause no, I was actually thinking takes. I thought, but no, you can actually also you can do king takes. That's what you do.
King takes is much better because now our
happened.
rook is still working.
This is what happened. I wasn't even looking, but this is what happened.
Yeah, this all happened in the game. And then f takes c6, rook takes c6.
King d8.
So now
rook
we've
e7.
won 1 pawn. And yeah, where do rooks like to be?
7th
On the
rank.
7th rank. Boom. So he plays bishop takes b2, taking back a pawn. What if he goes here, skewering our bishop? What will we do?
Free pawn. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Free pawn.
Okay, very good. And I chase your rook away. Now what do you do? What did you plan on bishop takes b4? Very good. And finally, what would you play here?
Okay.
Chasing your rook one more time, stopping rook a8 check.
Oh, stopping. Okay, check. I can do anything I want. Okay, but I'll lose. Okay, huh?
Very good, yeah. And white holds on to everything, and he's up a million pawns.
A million,
So,
million,
instead,
million,
black played
trillion.
bishop takes b2, but now we can take on b7. So we see the power of the rook on the 7th. It's threatening to take another pawn. It's threatening rook b8 check, bishop d4. And now I think you solved this position once. What do we play here?
I
think I gave this position to you once. This is white to play and win with
Are
a
you
little
sure you have?
with a little trick. Yeah.
Wait. Hang on. What do you play after rook b8?
Well, anything.
What do you play?
Move the king to any square. King c7.
c7? Okay.
My rook's offended.
Okay. So it's not rook b8.
Yeah, rook b8's not.
Wait. Bishop. Bishop here.
Why is it winning?
Okay, first just tell me, what are we trying to win? Are we trying to win the rook? Are we trying to win the king? Are we trying to win the bishop? Are we trying to win a pawn?
We're trying to win the game.
But there is no winning.
There is. So rook b8 doesn't work because it's the rook is defended, right?
Ooh, but we can go. Oh, we can go.
Yeah, bishop c5 is really nice. This is what happened in the game.
Bishop c5.
So he can't take it because it drops the rook. So instead he plays king c8.
Okay, now I just take.
No.
What?
Something's wrong.
What's wrong? Come on, it's easy win. It's easy win, bro.
Well, isn't there rook d8? I guess no. So it's not rook d4 because then c5.
Here. And now what do you do though? Yeah.
Well, even this rook c4, you can't take my.
You can't take.
Well, because you're down pawns, right?
Oh.
It's a pawn down pawn ending, and the d pawn's.
Well, now you're about to be down too.
So actually, your move is still winning. This isn't the move that he played in the game, but this is still winning. There's just a little bit of tricks after rook d8, but not that much. He played rook takes a7 instead, and now bishop takes d4, and now he just gives back the bishop because he's up like 3 pawns.
Pass pawns must be pushed, as I must said 1,000 times.
Yeah, this is a very important point. He's right to emphasize it because a lot of times in beginner games and games at around the 1,000 level, people forget to push their pass pawns. They waste moves in end games instead of pushing.
Actually, no. This is what you can pre-move. Let's say.
What's black to play?
Okay, you can take. Okay, let's just get to a point where you have like 3 seconds. Okay, you have 3 seconds right here. Okay, you can pre-move. After rook a3, you can pre-move. If you have 3 seconds and they have 58 seconds, first you should go check.
Well, that check is really bad. Hold on. This is important. The check is bad because your rook is controlling the 7th rank. So black's king is totally trapped.
Then we can just control.
But look. If you play rook h8, their king slips into the game. The king is no longer trapped.
h5.
It's like letting him out of the box.
h5.
Well, yeah, but you can play h5 right away. So in this position, white plays h5 right away. He keeps his rook here where it's fencing off the black king, and he pushes his pawn instead.
Okay. All right, Daddy. Okay.
h6.
Let's say they only had a king. Daddy, let's say they only
Hang on, Jack. We're running out of time. We gotta stop the video in 5 minutes, so we gotta keep moving. So the king comes back to defend against the pawn. Rook b7. See, the rook is still very strong here. Now it's threatening checks on b8.
Yeah.
And it's keeping that king trapped.
Like h7.
King f8. h7.
And it blocks king.
We're threatening to queen.
Okay, 3.
Check. King f4. And he resigns because there's absolutely no stopping h8. So a couple of lines. Yeah, so if instead of king f8, black could have tried to bring his rook behind the pawn. But then we keep pushing. And now it's white to play and win. What do you do?
You've told me this 1,000 times.
Yeah, rook b8 is going to win because
that's like a 100.
Because we're threatening h8. Or also there's this trick.
Yeah.
You can do this order. They both win equally.
I mean, okay.
One more trick is one more thing. So instead of running his king to the king side, he could have put his rook behind the pawn immediately, like this.
Can I play one blitz game after this because it's 5:25 and we don't have to leave yet?
No. We're out of time. F4 is a nice move because it's making a way for the king to come into the game. And after rook takes f4, we can play rook g7. And now there's no stopping check and queens.
Okay, but Daddy, look, it's only 5:25. I can play one 3-minute
All right,
game.
So what was the lesson from this game? What do we learn from this game?
Rook on the 7th rank.
Nope. That was not the main theme of the game.
Pass one?
Mm-hmm.
Look in the center.
Yeah, so the theme was a king stuck in the center. It's very dangerous to have your king stuck in the center, especially when your opponent can attack it by putting his rooks in the center and pointing bishops at it and controlling all that open space around your king. That was why black lost this game. He didn't castle soon enough, and his king got stuck in a vicious attack by white's centralized rooks. So that's why black lost this game. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this video. We are all done with
You
game
have
number
3
11.
seconds. You have 3 seconds. 3.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
2, 1.
Goodbye.
The video already ended. What? Wait, what?